Hi, I'm Kelly Dudzik. We are ringing in the new year with plenty to celebrate across Western New York. From a fresh start at City Hall in Buffalo, as Buffalo welcomes a new mayor, to the first New Year's babies kicking off 2026. And we take a look back at the unforgettable moments made at the Bills Stadium. It's all ahead on News to Celebrate this week.
The theme, Building a Better Buffalo Together. Sean Ryan's theme, and now he is officially the mayor of the city of Buffalo.
The official oath happened first. It was much more intimate up in the balcony.
I, Sean M. Ryan,
do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
And as over 1,000 people filled seats inside Kleinhans Music Hall, they heard from all groups representing Buffalo.
May
Buffalo walk in unity, rise in hope.
Baruch Atah Adonai.
On behalf of my Muslim community, all Buffalo, we congratulate him.
Building a better Buffalo begins with the illumination of uncomfortable truths.
During the ceremonial program, the public oath.
According to the best of my ability.
In his inaugural address, he thanked those who served before him as mayor.
City government earns trust by doing the everyday things well. When the streets are safe and the snow is cleared, when parks and community centers are cared for, people feel respected. Housing affordability, aging infrastructure, economic inequality. I won't pretend that solving these problems is going to be easy. There's a lot of hard work ahead, but I will tell you this, I am up for the challenge.
And he says, hold him accountable.
Neighborhoods matter. Every neighborhood in every part of the city of Buffalo. They aren't an afterthought, and they are a reason for everything we do.
This is Buffalo's new mayor.
But building a better Buffalo together. Thank you. Now let's get to work.
On your side in Buffalo, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
Chi Children's Hospital now has a new name. It is now officially the Golisano Children's Hospital of Buffalo. Earlier today, a ceremonial ribbon cutting was held there to mark the change. Kaleida Health made the announcement back in August after it received a $50 million donation from billionaire philanthropist and former Sabres owner Tom Golisano. It is the largest single donation ever made to a healthcare organization in Western New York.
This is my first kid, and I gotta say, this is a good feeling. I can't wait to literally grow and build a bond with them.
At 12:26 a.m., Elenisa Hall and Jakari Nettles welcomed their first child on New Year's Day. They named the baby boy Navir Hall Nettles, and he weighs 6 pounds and 5 ounces.
It's really special, especially since he was born on the first day of the new year. It's amazing. I still don't know how to feel. It's surreal, but it's amazing.
Navir's parents say his delivery date was originally scheduled for January 5th, but they were excited to meet him a few days early. It was a different story for one family at Mercy Hospital. Baby Emery entered the world at 12:15 a.m. Her mother, Emma Gaglione, says they were expecting her to arrive a little sooner.
My family was a little excited also because we don't have any January birthdays in our family, so this is the first one. So they were trying to tell me to hold it out until January, so we got the January baby.
And families with little ones in the hospital will get to celebrate the new year. 50 first night party packs were donated to Oshai Children's Hospital. They contain everything needed for a family-friendly party, like hats, confetti poppers, and face painting. Officials say activities like these help the kids feel more comfortable at the hospital.
It helps to reduce their anxiety and make the hospital a little bit better place to be. So this is a normal thing that you'd be doing at home outside of the hospital, right? You'd be celebrating New Year's Eve with your family. And this way kids can still do that here while they're in their rooms with their parents and their family.
Buffalo Sabres are still on fire, winning their 10th straight and tying a franchise record. Wednesday, Buffalo pulled off a big 4-1 comeback win against the Dallas Stars. Tage Thompson had 2 goals and an assist, while goalie Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen made 27 saves. After the game, Thompson talked about what it takes to keep the momentum going.
It's a lot of fun when you're winning. Obviously, we're riding a little high right now, but at the same time, I think we've Done a pretty good job, after when coming back down to earth and, making sure we're ready for the next game. Obviously, that's kind of how we've got on this role, is making sure we're doing the right things every game. And I think when you're winning games in a row, it's pretty easy to kind of just expect to win. And right now, I think, we don't have that right now. We're just one day at a time, one game at a time.
As we look ahead to the 2026 Olympics in Milan, the men's and women's Olympic hockey teams were just announced this morning, and there are some familiar faces on them. 3 Buffalo Sabres have been named to the Olympic teams and will be making Olympic debuts. Forward Tage Thompson was named to the Team USA roster. Many fans were expecting this after he was left off the roster during the four-nation face-off last year. Captain and defenseman Rasmus Dahlin has been named to Sweden's Olympic roster, while goalie Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has been named to Finland's Olympic roster. On the women's side, a Buffalo native will be suiting up once again. Forward Haley Skimura is a Gettsville native and Nichols grad and will be on Team USA. This will be Skimura's second Olympics, winning silver back in 2022. And this Sunday will mark the end of an era for the current Bills home in Orchard Park. And for the past several days, we've been hearing from former Bills players and coaches about their favorite memories. But today, Channel 2 sports reporter Jonathan Acosta shows us how current players are getting ready to suit up for their last game there.
Dion Dawkins remembers his first time taking the field at Highmark Stadium.
The red and blue game during camp, and that's when I really got to see and feel the fans. And to be able to go into the stadium and see fans call your name, and as a lineman, I didn't know what to expect. For them to shout my name, it just made me just want to go harder.
That just one of many memories for Dawkins. Dawkins just one of many players to suit up for the Bills over the course of 53 seasons at Highmark Stadium, with the beloved ground set to host its final regular season game this week.
Yeah, I love football history. There's so much football history that has happened at Highmark, and I think that this stadium means a lot to a lot of people. And there's so many memories that have come with the wins, the losses, for the fans in particular, and then also the guys that have played and put on the Buffalo helmet. So to be a part of that's really special.
Highmark Stadium has seen countless comebacks take place on its field. Numerous legends make their marks inside of its walls. This group of Bills players is aware and appreciative of the history they've already been able to experience and the history they'll get to be a part of Sunday against the Jets.
Just knowing that I'm playing on the same field that those guys have played, it's one of the biggest honors you could ask for as a football player, to kind of try to fill in the shoes that those guys have left, the legacy that they still have here. It really is humbling to be kind of currently in that position, and to remember the mark they left on the game, and it kind of motivates you to do your own thing.
It is just one game out of 17, but for so many, Sunday will be much more than just a game. On your side in Orchard Park, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
One thing I'll miss the most is Sunday at 1 o'clock, but getting there like around 10 o'clock, 3 hours before a game, and realizing that these fans, these people, these Buffalonians, this is what makes their whole life. And I think when that's imploded and it's made into a parking lot, yes, you take back the games and you take the games and all the good times there and the not so good. But I think one thing that stays is the passion those fans had for going to that stadium every Sunday for those games and supporting their team.
The noise level, the fan engagement, the loyalty to the team and to the franchise is second to none. It's the equivalent of Green Bay. There's no place like Buffalo. I've been around a long time and been to a lot of places. I don't know in professional sports if there's any place quite like Buffalo.
We're sitting there, our heads are bowed, and somebody came up and said, "Frank, you're going to lead the greatest comeback in NFL history." Frank nodded his head. First play of the second half, Frank throws a pass. They intercept it. Now it's down 35-3. Well, we did come back through before the game was over. And afterwards, Frank told the guy that said that to him, I knew we were only down by 25 points. The greatest comeback, he says, was 28 points. That's why he threw that interception.
Members of the Buffalo Kwanzaa Committee raised the Pan-African flag at Buffalo City Hall to mark the start of the holiday. Tonight, a celebration of the principle of unity took place at the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts. This year's Buffalo Kwanzaa theme is Rooted in Legacy, Rising Toward Liberation.
Being able, one, to affirm your own humanity, your own agency is important. And it's also important for other people to realize that we have history BC, before captivity, before slavery. There's a long, rich history that Africans have brought to the world. And here's an example, like right here in front of our city hall. This is all African culture. So the more we learn about each other, I think that we have a more solidified and a more stable future that we know we all can make. That's what makes Buffalo great too.
From new beginnings to unforgettable memories, it's a celebration of everything that makes Western New York home. We leave you with a look back at the New Year's ball drop in Buffalo. Thanks for watching.